Welcome to another chilling tale. Tonight, we dive into the unsettling story of the house that swallowed people. Picture a beautiful home that pulses with strange energy, hiding dark secrets beneath its charming facade. Subscribe to Dark Echo Horror Storytelling to listen to new exciting horror stories from best writers every night. Once upon a time, a young couple named Sarah and Mark found their dream home nestled in a sleepy town. The house, with its quaint architecture and vibrant garden, seemed perfect, yet, as they stepped inside, a peculiar feeling washed over them. As if the walls were watching. "Can you feel that?" Sarah whispered, glancing around uneasily. Mark chuckled, brushing it off. "It's just an old house. It's full of character." Little did they know, the character of this house was anything but ordinary. As days turned into weeks, strange occurrences began to unfold. Shadows danced along the walls even when the sunlight flickered through the windows, and soft whispers echoed in the quiet. One evening, while exploring the attic, Sarah discovered an antique mirror covered in dust. When she wiped it clean, the reflection showed not just her face, but a flicker of movement behind her. Startled, she spun around, but no one was there. Mark, sensing her distress, murkily commented, "Old houses have a way of playing tricks on you." Attempts to ignore the oddities failed as more mysteries unraveled. They hosted a small housewarming party, inviting friends to admire their new home, but as guests wandered from room to room, they began to disappear one by one, as if absorbed by the very walls. Sarah's heart raced as she noticed her friend Emily had vanished. "Where did everyone go?" she yelled, panic gripping her voice. Mark insisted, "They're probably just outside." But as he stepped through the door, he vanished too. It was as if the house was devouring them. Desperate, Sarah explored the living room while the air thickened with dread. The floor creaked beneath her and walls pulsed like a heartbeat. Then, she stumbled upon a dusty journal hidden behind a floorboard. The pages detailed the house's history. A series of families had vanished, leaving behind only whispers. Each family had fallen into a trap of illusion and despair, finally consumed. The final entry was chilling. "Never trust the house. It is alive." Terror surged through Sarah. She rushed to an open window, but the view outside had transformed into a forest of twisting shadows, blocking any chance of escape. Heart pounding, she recalled her grandmother's stories about protective charms. She remembered a small amulet left by her grandmother, a talisman said to ward off evil spirits. Racing back to her room, she found the amulet buried under a pile of clothes. Clutching it tightly, she felt warmth spreading through her fingers, and a hopeful glimmer ignited in her heart. Suddenly, the walls started to tremble, vibrating as if the house itself was angry. Sarah shouted, "I'm not afraid of you." With each word, the energy surged, pushing back against the malevolent force. The house moaned, and for a moment, silence enveloped her. But just as she thought she had the upper hand, the ground opened beneath her feet, like a maw ready to swallow her whole. The foundations of the house cracked, revealing a dark abyss below. In that precise moment of chaos, she felt a presence behind her. It was Mark. He was alive, but transformed. "Sarah, let me go," he begged, his voice distorted, merging with the house's whispers. In a desperate moment of clarity, Sarah knew she had to decide: fight for Mark or save herself. She raised the amulet high, chanting an old incantation her grandmother had taught her. The house roared, shaking violently as the light from the amulet grew brighter, illuminating the dark corners that seemed to resonate with agony. In an explosive burst of energy, the walls cracked open, and with one final scream, Mark was pulled back into the house, leaving Sarah to witness the end of its sinister reign. The walls collapsed, and she felt the chill of silence return. The sun shone brightly as Sarah stood outside, breathless and shaken. She glanced back at the now silent shell of the house, understanding that she had escaped its hungry grip but at a terrible price, losing Mark, who had been forever entwined with the house's dark secrets. She stumbled back, gasping for air, grappling with the weight of her loss, determined not to let others fall victim to its allure. Sarah returned to the town, warning everyone about the house that swallowed people. Yet, as she recounted her tale, unease crept in. When she looked back one last time, she noticed the garden blooming vibrantly, almost welcoming in new unsuspecting visitors. With the sun setting, an eerie glow emanated from the windows, flickering like a heartbeat, as if the house itself was alive and waiting for its next meal, leaving Sarah haunted by the question: how many families had truly escaped its grasp?